Resolutions about 48 hours ago. We want to lose weight. We want to do this. We want to do that. Get organized. But this is going to check the box with organization, but most importantly, it really checks a much more important box, which is the box of security. Securing your identity, securing all of your information, whether it's medical information, whether it's financial information. That's what shredders do for you. You need to shred. I think 10 years ago, shredders were just hitting the market and everybody went, oh, you know what? I think it's a nice idea to have a shredder, but not something that I really need. And then people started having their identity stolen. And that's why now a shredder is absolutely a must-have. The problem is there are a lot of different shredders. The problem is you will throw a lot of money away until you find the right shredder, which is what I did. I went through 3 shredders before I finally decided to invest in Embassy. I cheaped out on the first couple. One overheated after like 20 sheets I'd shred, and then it would overheat and it would stop, okay? The second one actually cracked. I mean, the main part of it actually cracked. And then the other one took me so long to shred, it was just frustrating. You're looking at the most powerful shredder we have ever offered right here at HSN. Powerful, because not only is this going to allow you to feed right here in the front multiple pages all at one time, but this is all about an auto shredding feature that we have never ever featured with 140 sheets. So you just pop it up right here and it goes to town. You do not have to any further, any longer, sit there and feed it page by page by page and take so much of your time. We have great colors to share with you. You're looking right here at the silver black. It's absolutely beautiful. We're calling it gray, it's silver, okay, because it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. In addition to that, we have an exclusive color you will not find anywhere else, which is your marble. It is the most limited. It's been selling the fastest as well because it's really almost like home decor for your shredder. It's kind of crazy. Black down here in the front. I call it race car red because it's so beautiful. It really is that classic lipstick red. Also in your blue as well as in your rose gold. We're including for the first time ever the most lubricant sheets we have ever done. 7 of your lubricant sheets and then 2 of your removable waste paper bins as well. So if you want more, we do have more, but we're including those just to get you started. Bill Duggan joining us with truly, shredders have become one of our most sought after, best-selling categories for years now, but never have we offered one like this, never this powerful. And Embassy is quality, quality, and then it's quality.
And that quality is important because we want something that's reliable when we do get inundated with all that stuff. Little things make a difference. You see how tall it sits? So I don't even have to bend over to feed the documents in as I'm cleaning up the desk, emptying the filing cabinets. They put it on caster wheels too, so I can wheel it out or take it in front of the television. But what we're seeing is an upgrade in how small the shred is, an upgrade in terms of features. Because I can do 10 sheets at a time in the front, which is nice and convenient. But what really is great about it is this tray in the back. I open this up and it's a whole new world because that is going to allow me to tackle that stack of documents, not just 20, not 40, but up to 140 sheets just by loading it up in the back. And the thing is, why is that important? A lot of us, we haven't stayed on top of our shredding, or it's just kept growing and growing and growing. And then we talk ourselves out of shredding. We can't afford to do that. We want to walk away with convenience. We want to walk away with a smaller shred. But even the federal government warns us we need to shred our documents because one of the #1 complaints to the Federal Trade Commission is about identity theft. So guess what? They recommend that we don't just crumple it up and throw it away, but shred charge receipts, credit applications, and everything. And you're shredding with a smaller shred at the end of the day. So it's a finer, smaller shred, but you're also walking away with the largest bin we've ever offered, a 5.5-gallon bin. So my home office is small. I will use this as my waste bin, but when I need to shred, I shut that door and then it just keeps going and going. And you notice how this is doing it right now? I don't have to sit here and babysit it. I can go get a cup of coffee, take the dog for a walk, maybe go water the garden, because this is why it's so convenient for us. And you'll also notice it's shredding, but I still have more stuff to get through. So while it's shredding in the back, I can be finding more stuff in the front and just keep going and going. It is a powerhouse. It is a workhorse. It is reliable in terms of protecting us because you get that instant gratification of seeing it go from something like this. Oh, wait, you know what? Think of this statistic real quick. Tax time, right? Beginning of a new year. Tax season's right around the corner, all the way to April. Do you know 49% of all identity theft happens during tax season? Over half of it. Because, you know, we're printing stuff off. We're getting stuff in the mail. We're digging stuff out of the filing cabinet. So take those documents we don't need. Don't worry about the staples. I'm going to shred all of those staples, all those documents right there in the front. Well, at the end of the day, it is also shredding in the back. And what you're going to also notice is, look at, I'm not shredding with dated technology. I'm getting a smaller, finer shred. And actually, I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to swap this out. We have a clear bin here because I want you to see microcut in action. One thing you also have to realize, with this new model, all these finishes are totally on point. They're nice and shiny. They have that race car red, which is great, or that nice piano finish in black, because we want you to leave it out. Because guess what? If you leave it out, you're more likely to shred. You're more likely to shred, oh, all that junk mail that's come into the house, all those, actually, even holiday cards. Why are those holiday cards important to shred? My identity's on there. The person who sent it to you, their identity's on there. And being that it's a Today Special, because we love Embassy, they're here a lot, but not as a Today Special all the time, this big box ships to you for free today. And that's really what's great about it, because you're saving. That's even an added value in terms of savings. So you're saving money, you're saving and protecting your identity, your credit scores, your interest rate. And you know that big box? Your identity is even on that big box. That mailing label, take the cardboard, and guess what? With that mailing label, shred it. So it takes care of the cardboard while it continues to do this. That is the power and the performance that your shredder is going to give you. And the thing is, this has one job. It doesn't have to get on Wi-Fi or be enabled or paired with anything. It's just plug it in, start reducing the clutter, start reducing the footprint of all the stuff you've been holding on to as you start the new year, and you're protecting your identity day 2 of the new year. So
Absolutely.
Say goodbye to everything from 2020 and even further back if you'd like. This feels good, doesn't it, Alice? I mean, just, we actually call it shredding therapy. Because yes, you can get rid of the ATM receipts and credit card statements, but it's also just about reducing all the stuff that's burying you at your home office.
I know.
Think of it this way too. We're working from home. So it's not just personal information, it's now corporate information I have at my desk and at home.
You know what? After 7 years, all tax documents older than 7 years. If you're like me, you got, my tax thing is like this thick, right? You just pop it in here and you're good to go. This is what changes everything about shredding. The easier it is to shred, then the more you're going to use it. I actually upgraded. I had an Embassy shredder. I still use it. I love it. I think I've had it 5 years now. It works as good as the day I bought it. But I upgraded and bought an auto shredder, an auto feed, because now I don't have to babysit it. I don't have to feed it in one by one by one. Instead, I just pop it in there and it just does all the work. And all I do is empty the bin when it automatically shuts off because it's full. It's so simple. It's so easy. And it's so funny because I was presenting a shredder not too long ago, and I'm pretty passionate about shredding. I am. I'm just a collector of just stuff. I have so many papers and things like that, and it drives me crazy. It drives everybody else crazy too. Getting rid of the clutter, it feels like you lost weight. It feels so good just to have it gone. But to have it gone and know that it's safe, that it's secure, that nobody is going to take anything and use it against you. If you know anybody, if you personally have had your identity stolen, then you know it is no small thing. It is a huge thing. It is a thing that can be very expensive, that can last you a long time. Just eliminate one of the biggest reasons that happens right here. It's so simple, so easy, and we make it affordable. Free shipping and handling saves you almost $20 right there. $50 off of our price, $149.99. Our biggest, our best, our most powerful. We're giving you the most of your lubricant sheets, 7 sheets that we've ever done. Our remaining lubricant sheets, I'm sorry to say, have sold out. We do have your liners though. If you want extra liners, then feel free to order those. I just usually just dump mine, but a lot of people like to pick it out like a liner in a trash can. So you can do it either way you want to, but you need to do it. You have to shred. It's not something that you should do or might do. You have to shred your stuff, all of it. Your prescriptions, everything that has your name on it, anything that can be used against you, please just do it. If you don't do it with this one, do it with another shredder. But I'll tell you right now, a lot of the other shredders on the market will not last you. Like an Embassy. Embassy makes 1 out of every 4 shredders that is out there. And there's a reason. The quality that they bring to the table, to your home office, to your home is incredible. And it's funny, Bill, because my friend Rich was listening to me talk about my shredding, you know, and this and that. And he was like, I was talking to him later, he's like, you don't really have a shredder in your bedroom. And I'm like, yes, I do. And he goes, sure, whatever. And he came over like a few days later, and he's like, you have a shredder in your bedroom? I said, because I want it right in front of me. I go through my mail in my bedroom. I want to be able to pop it right in there, put it where you like it. And you know, frankly, it is so beautiful in terms of the design, the finish that they give you. It is worth every penny of it. The quality, the security, and the clutter clearance, clutter busting. It is amazing to be able to pick this up today. $149.99. And Bill, never before, never with a 140 sheet auto feeder.
And that's the big convenience, because, you know, we all have stacks of papers that have just gotten out of control because we've been home or the mail keeps coming and coming. This just busts that clutter. You can see the end result, which is great. Because one, yes, you have a nice larger peekaboo window. And even though we're showing you in a clear bin, it just gives you that option. I like the fact that it is a smaller footprint. So I'm emptying the bin a lot less frequently. Because, you know, we've all done this. And you know what? It's not going to happen to me. I crumple it up and I throw it away. But one thing you have to realize is look at how much space that one page is taking up versus how much I've pulverized and gone through stuff. Or better yet, I'm not done. This is doing its auto thing. I can go over here and keep going and, oh, I don't need these paycheck stubs from 1998. But the thing is, even these old paycheck stubs, I can't throw them away. My social security number has not changed. The bank accounts has not changed. So I'm multitasking, I'm in the zone, and before you know it, I'm gonna have that filing cabinet back. I'm gonna get that storage back and that convenience. And when I throw something away, it is so small because the fact that this is what I'm throwing away, it really is peace of mind. It's that microcut technology. That one piece, it's gonna haunt you because look at how much space it takes up. But you know what? There are dumpster divers, but it's also just, you know, a windy night and all of a sudden my investment stuff is in the neighbor's yard or a paycheck stub or medical information. So it's about privacy. It's about security. It's about getting rid of the clutter and everything. I love this footprint because it does sit nice and tall so I don't have to bend down. I can wheel it forward when I like. And these finishes are great. I mean, look at how shiny that nice fun red one is and that white marble. Again, Embassy's thought of everything. There's even little eyelets back here in the back so I can put my bin liner in place so it doesn't fall down and make a mess. They really want us to be a happy customer, happy with shredding. Who would have thought? There's even a light built in on the inside. I'll stop this just for a moment. You'll notice the light goes off, and then as soon as it turns on and starts to shred again, just like the refrigerator, the light pops on. Little differences that, you know, maybe we take for granted until we cheap out on a shredder and we're getting frustrated with shredding. Or that mess just get, Alice, I think it was you who's always said you thought shredding was, you know, a temporary thing just to get you through tax season. No, this will keep going and last because yes, it's tax season, but then it goes into all the junk mail and all that advertisements. Don't even worry about opening them up, just shred them. And one thing you have to realize, you have the power and the quality here, but what is most alarming is identity theft is actually on the rise. When we launched Embassy, it used to be 1 in 10 of us. Pretty common. It's actually 1 in 7 now. Because you think about it, this offer right here, it was pre-filled out. Someone in the wrong hands gets my address, gets my middle initial, and then they're off and running to the races. And most of us don't realize we were an identity theft victim until it's too late. Until I try to get my credit score run or I try to get good financing on a house or a car and I don't qualify. And I'm just share a quick story. It happened to me. I was a sophomore in college and I went up to the financial aid window to get my financial aid. I'm like, you don't qualify this year. And I'm like, excuse me? I wouldn't have done all that paperwork to get to that end result if I thought I didn't qualify. And truly, someone had filed or there were bank accounts in my name under my social. And the headache to go through, and not to mention the headache of going through that process, but the delay in getting my check and getting my financing, it's not worth it. Kids are more susceptible. Seniors are more susceptible. We all are susceptible to identity theft. And this is your first line of defense. And that's why the federal government warns us. We need to shred our documents. Because it's not just about reducing the mess in my office. It's really about protecting your identity, your customer's identity, because maybe you're going to use this at the office. And that's where they say shred charge receipts, shred credit applications, and other sensitive documents. And that other, it's going to be different, not just for me, but for every person in the household and business, because I'm going through investment stuff. I got my taxes. Okay, we all have taxes. Oh, legal stuff, prescription stuff. Take these documents, and even though it's shredding in the back, I can come over here in the front, 10-sheet capacity in the front, and you see what's happening. I still get that very small microcut. And let me just show you how that's evolved, and one of the reasons why it evolved. This strip cut, if you still have this is from the 70s. It's 40-plus-year-old technology, and identity thieves figured it out. So we went to crosscut, but that's been around long enough too. Microcut is just smaller and finer. So it's harder to piece together. Thank you guys for that great close-up. Harder to piece together, but also it doesn't fill up your waste bin nearly as much. And one thing you're probably gonna notice, my bin, it just keeps shredding and shredding and shredding. I don't have to worry about this overheating. I can run and go get a cup of coffee. This will automatically stop because it knows when that bin gets filled up. They really just put a lot of quality and thought into this design. And that's why all our embassy shredders are customer picks. And this is just the biggest, most powerful one we've offered. Also, the biggest bundle. We've never given you 7 lubricant sheets before and 2 bin liners. And these are just a great care package. I kind of like to say, you know, when you go on a road trip, you take your car in the shop, you make sure the oil and the fluids are all good to go. You just did a big purge. Take one of these envelopes. Don't worry about getting oil on your hands because it's all enclosed. You put that envelope right here. You let it go halfway through. It'll just turn on. It goes about halfway through. And all of a sudden, maybe leave it overnight. Let all those oils drip into the gears. Your shredder will appreciate it. You'll appreciate it too, because the next time you go back to it, it's going to be smooth sailing.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. This is the day to do it. It is the very first time of this year, as we start off the new year, this is your New Year's resolution. Protect yourself, empower yourself. That's what a shredder does. A shredder is not just something that, well, it's nice to do, or maybe I should. This is a must do now. This has become I must take care of myself, protect myself. We're protecting ourselves in so many other different ways. Then why not with our identity? Why not with our security? This is personal security. You need to shred everything, including even those little keys that you get from the hotel. Yes, if you fly, I know a lot of us haven't lately, but if you do fly, your boarding pass needs to be shredded. There's information everywhere about you. Get rid of it. And it feels so good to have that cluttered, to declutter. But please don't buy the wrong shredder. I did it. I did it 3 times, okay? I wasted so much money. I have had my embassy shredder for years now, and it works as beautifully as the day I bought it. I bought another one though, because this makes a tremendous difference. This is not a nice feature. This is a complete upgrade. This is kind of like when laptops went to touchscreen, so you could use them easier and it was simpler and effortless. This makes it effortless to shred now. You put 140 sheets of anything in here. I mean, this is virtually commercial quality. 140 sheets, and it will shred it. At the same time, you're doing it in the front. And the other thing that's so cool is like when you see Bill, he's not up there going, okay, let me line up that sheet. The thing is so powerful, it just draws it in. It makes it easy to shred. You want a tough, a heavy-duty shredder. And you want something that's gonna last, you're getting it right here, and you're getting it at our best buy. This is the most powerful shredder we have ever offered at the best value and our biggest bundle, okay? So up here at the top, you have the choice of the gray that you're looking at right there. But in addition to that, we also have it in the marble. Now the marble, you cannot find anywhere except for here. I have just over 1,000 left if you want it in the marble. That will probably be the first one to sell out today. So a beautiful look for your home. Can you imagine? People will look at this, never even know that it's a shredder. I mean, mostly you see them, like they look like industrial pieces that you see in the office stores and everything else. Black down here in the front, again, it's a nice, pretty, I think Bill said it beautifully, like a piano finish. We also have in that race car red, blue, and then rose gold. You get 7 of your lubricant sheets. You also are going to get a couple of your waist liners as well. If you want additional waist liners, we have those available. With the free shipping and handling we're doing today, please get it home and use it. I do have to. I do keep one in my bedroom so I can put that mail right through. When you keep up with it every day, it just makes it easy. If you don't, just stack it up here. When it gets to 140 sheets, you don't have to count them, okay? When it gets to 100 or a bunch gets in there, just feed it through. It's just easier. Our biggest, most powerful, but I'll tell you one of the other things, Bill, I love so much. This is a really sleek design. It's like they made it a little taller instead of wider and thicker.
Right, and that's just it. It's easier for you to access because I'm not bending down to get into the shredder because it's on the floor. They put them on casters so you can wheel it around. I appreciate the fact that being a Today Special today, this does ship for free, which is great. So the peace of mind is top to bottom. In terms of that 140 sheet capacity, largest we've ever done. 10 sheet capacity in the front, largest waste bin we've ever offered in terms of that nice 5.5 gallon waste bin. And you have nice shinier finishes that we haven't done before. Let me just show you if you want to get that red or that nice white marble, which we haven't offered before. But more importantly, it comes down to that shred. It is micro cut. It is a smaller shred. So it's harder for it to be pieced together. It's harder for it to be thwarted in terms of getting one's identity, because identity theft is out there. This is your first line of defense. Great way to start the new year. And I gotta tell you, as I'm sitting here and I've been shredding all day since last night, I'm seeing light at the end of the tunnel. I'm seeing the top of my desk. It gets exciting. I'm kind of getting addicted. I can't wait to, what else can I shred? Because this is where you see how it's like, this is working. And that's where it's like, it was so worth it, because shredding used to be a chore where it's like, what did you do on Saturday? Oh, I was shredding in the office all day. I mean, you've been talking about that industrial strength. I sent one of these out to my dad's company because I went there one day and I was making copies and I turned around to shred something, and they had this little dinky shredder with permanent marker written on the front, only 3 pages at a time because anything more would jam it. And they got this and they were ecstatic, one, because it was an upgrade, but they had never seen that auto dock feeder in the back. Because, I mean, you're sitting there at the Xerox machine and making copies, and all of a sudden you have too many and extras, and it's personal and it's private. Or you know what? I'm going through these drawers and I don't need all this stuff. Actually, here's a great example. I want to get rid of all these files so I get more space. I can't throw away these files, even if they're 10, 9, 20 years old, because my information has not changed. Here's a bank statement from 1997. I mean, that's a century ago, right? But I still have that account. My identity is still on there, so you can't just crumple it up. So you got to be smart about everything, and it makes it so simple. I'm going in a page at a time, but guess what? I can load it all up in the back, and before you know it, this filing cabinet, I'm going to get it back. I'm going to be able to use it again, and that's really what's exciting. And it is the perfect time to upgrade, purge, start the year off right. And I know shredding has been a hassle for some of us, but really, when it's this easy and powerful, you're going to want to do it more often.
You will want to do it more often, but you need the right shredder. And Bill, you know how many mistakes I have made with the shredders, okay? I cheaped out. I thought, I'll just pick one up for like, 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks. The first one, completely, I shred a few things, it would overheat, which means then you walk away for an hour before you can shred anything else. The second one, the top, you had to lift it off. It was so heavy. Lift it off and empty the bin. Let me tell you, that thing was not only heavy, it was messy. It made a huge mess. And then eventually it just cracked, okay? After like a few months, it wasn't like I had it long. And then the third one, good and very, very well that I bought one and it wouldn't do staples. And then you realize that everything that you open has a staple in it. And then you have to take the staple out. You just won't use it if it doesn't do what you want. You want heavy duty. You want really, truly, this is virtually commercial quality. It will do 140 sheets and it will auto feed it in so you don't have to stand there and keep feeding it. Just let it, pile up if you want to, then start it, let it go. But it will shred, even multitask, shred in the front as well as the back.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill, truly, the most powerful we have ever done, the largest bundle we have ever done, and the best value ever.
Right. And you're going to see why embassies are customer picks. They are reliable. They have that power to get the job done. It has one job. But when I come up here with my tax documents, with staples, while it's engaged in Autoshred, I can just load it up and it performs. You get that instant result in terms of seeing what you're getting and what you're throwing out. That is peace of mind. So you're going to enjoy starting the new year off right with less paperwork around you. And you're going to be doing it smart and protecting your identity, which is really what this comes down to. That's why shredding was invented, but that's also why it's evolved to microcut, because those other formats have been figured out. And then guess what? You're shredding, you're going back to playing on your phone if you want, or shopping if you need to, because Embassy's taking that chore off your to-do list.
Trust Embassy. The quality that you want is right here. The color you want is right here for now. So this is going to be your gray right here. But we also have it. Look at this beautiful marble. We're now down to just under 1,000 left if you want it in that pretty marble. It looks like home decor. I mean, it really, people won't believe that's a shredder. Black available, race car red. We have blue, and then we have rose gold. We're including for you 7 of your lubricant sheets. We also are going to give you 2 of your waste can liners. Bill, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and certainly one of the most important things that we're going to purchase, not just today, but the rest of the year and the year after, because I think I've had my Embassy 5 years now, and it still works beautifully.
And that's just it. And you'll be ready for next New Year's. Happy New Year.
Hey, same to you. Perfect way to start off the year. But we have the perfect way to not only start off the year, end the year, and next year, and the next year, because it's all about, don't we need a little chance to de-stress? Well, we have our favorite of the week right now. And
don't be too jealous, Alice.
Well, all I'm saying is that you did the vacuuming earlier.
Thank you.
So now you enjoy to kick back and get a nice massage.
This is why you're my best friend.